When it comes to luxury, some OEMs make some questionable claims. Not so with Bentley. In fact, for over a century now, the words Bentley and luxury have pretty much become synonymous. And so, using the Bentayga EWB, I've summed up Bentley's approach to luxury as follows. 1. An astute attention to detail. 2. Absolute care for their heritage. And 3. This sense that, well, if you want it, you can have it. The other word that is synonymous with Bentley is motorsport. They've been building race cars and winning races also for over a century. And so this is why I'm talking to you from the driver's seat today, because as much as this car is all about being chauffeur driven, actually there's a lot to talk about from the driver's pew as well. First of all, you will always find a monstrous engine in a Bentley. This one has a 4-liter twin-turbo V8, 404 kilowatts, 750 Newton meters. It is absolutely gorgeous. And I will tell you that every member of the team that's driven this car immediately said this car is accessible, it's approachable, it's not intimidating, and it's really easy to drive. But it's not just the motor that's fantastic. Bentley's also imbued this car with all sorts of sports car tech to make it actually really good for a car that is 5.3 meters and designed to carry people in luxuriating comfort at the back. So it's got things like active ride control, which use actuator to make sure that the body roll isn't too bad. And then of course it's got all-wheel steering, which makes a really large car feel like a really small car. It is fantastic to drive. I really do feel like I'm sitting in a jewelry box. Everything in this car feels not just premium, but considered luxury. Everything here tells a story, and that's Bentley's entire narrative. It's about a story. Everything harks back to where they started, and there are so many things in this car that speak to a heritage. If you really take a look, the Bentley's famed wings are carried out into the air vent surrounds, for instance, both at the front and at the back. It's beautiful. But it's not just the look, it's also what it feels like. Bentley is all about tactility. What does it feel like? What does it sound like? And all the buttons and all the knobs that you turn have all been considered. How do they sound? What does the click sound like? And it all sounds the same. And you can say whatever you want, but that's the kind of level of detail that makes a car cost this much. That's why it is a premium brand, because that's the stuff that goes into it. I just feel like, I don't know, I'm in a treat box of jewelry. It's amazing. The thing with a Bentley is you can have whatever trim and veneer you might want. This car, this Azure package, is fitted with this amazing wooden veneer with hand-painted motifs on it. It's fantastic. But if that's not your thing, of course, the whole thing with Bentley is personalization. You can put into this car almost whatever you want. A beautiful thing which I've seen at the factory is you as an owner, when you're speccing your car, can actually go to the factory and choose the wooden veneer that you want. It's beautiful. There's a great smell. And that's the story, right? It's all about the feel and the smell and the touch. But anyway, if that's not your thing, you can put in all sorts of veneers into this car and trim levels. The other thing is, take note, other OEMs, how do you combine technology with tradition? How do you combine technology with real physical buttons and dials that work? This is how to do it. It's got a 10.9-inch touchscreen that has all the tech assistance features that you want, combined with a whole bunch of dials and buttons that are beautiful to look at, easy to the touch, easy to navigate. Driving this car, that's why it's so approachable, because nothing's going to overwhelm you. It feels natural. It feels exactly what I want. Ergonomically, my seating position is amazing. The driving position is amazing. The steering feel is beautifully weighted. As much as it is handcrafted, as much as it is fully technology driven, this car. I mean, there's a lot in this Bentley. In fact, in this video, we're not even going to get to it, but this is how to do it. You combine digitalized technology with amazing switchgear that you've considered and you've taken time to make. As beautiful to drive as this Bentayga is, of course, this is the EWB. It's the extended wheelbase, which means it's really also about the people in the back. And that's really where a lot of the money is, and a lot of the tech is, and a lot of the stuff I want to tell you about. So I'll see you there. Right, now you see, this is where EWB comes into its own. It's extended. So what they've done is they've extended the bodywork to about 5.3 meters. But what it means is on the inside, they have found 1 meter of legroom. 1 meter of legroom in the rear. And that's when it's in its most relaxed configuration, which I'll show you just now. So this is really where the lounge is. What I like about this is it's not strictly a 4+1 configuration. So you can actually lift this center and you can use it with 3 people in the back. But really, this is where it's at, because this is where I've got my cup holders. I've got heated with armrests, really. And then I've got really my control panel, which is a small little wireless tablet that I pop out. And on this tablet, I can control, well, many things. So let's just say I wanted to open my blinds. I could do that. Let's just say I wanted to cool my seats. I could go into climate control and cool my seats. But what's really been amazing about this EWB is just how much detail has gone into the rear seat. And I do mean it, the seat. The seat itself has, of course, all sorts of functions to adjust the position. But it's also got something that's quite amazing called postural adjustment. And what that is really, while I'm sitting here, the seat is moving something like 70 times an hour. It adjusts your posture. And the idea is that you feel more relaxed, you feel more, you just feel more happy. And it's got to do with pressure points and blood flow, and some very clever people have sorted it out and made it. So it's beyond me, really. But what I can tell you, having spent something like 4 hours in the rear seat of this car, it is truly one of the most comfortable cars that I've ever been in. All right, so let me show you what relaxed mode looks like. Go into my remote, go to Airline Seats, go into Relaxed, and I just got to hold that down. And what it does is it pushes the front seat as far forward as is possible. It reclines my seat 40 degrees to the rear, and it pulls out a footrest so that I can rest my feet on the soft plush carpeting of the seat in front of me. It is beautiful. And actually, I'll tell you, this is actually not good for me. This is spoiling me to expect every car to be like this. I am completely comfortable and happy. But of course, it's a Bentley, and Bentley means you can build whatever kind of a car you want, from the veneer and the trim levels to the lighting to embroidering your surname on the rear seat backs. You can do it in whatever color you can find. Bentley will do it for you, obviously at a price. That is Bentley's philosophy. If you want it, we'll do it. And obviously that's going to be expensive. This car, as it is the Bentley Bentayga EWB Azure edition, and that is a cost of 5.8 million rand. But Bentley has also done a few other packages. So you get the Atelier edition, and of course then there is a Mulliner spec. Mulliner is really now taking luxury to a whole new level, taking all this personalization that I'm telling you about to a whole new level, and it is fantastic. So really, what can I say about luxury? Bentley's approach is this. Heritage, you can see it everywhere in this car. And yet, you would never call this car old or boring, but it is full of its own heritage. 2, what a gem of an engine. Easy to drive, very fast when you want it to be. And then, of course, ride quality, impeccable ride quality. And I really do mean it. I spent 4 hours in this car last night, and just noise levels, comfort levels, lighting, ambience, and of course things like postural adjustment and massaging seats, and then space. I can literally look at it. I can stretch my legs out in front of me. Look at that. That's what it's about. That's what extended wheelbase is about. So yeah, really, what a car. And I really do mean that. What a car. There is so much to talk about on this car that this video is perhaps not going to do it justice. But suffice to say, it is the pinnacle of luxury. It is not intimidating. And love it or hate it, it is a fantastic piece of work.